I was gonna make this as a video, but it was just like a lot of info, and I don't want to sit around and edit it. So I just figured I would do a live stream really quickly, just talk about it. Not really looking, like waiting for people to jump in and watch the live stream or whatever, because I know Ricky is live right now, and I don't mean to cut into his time. So shout out to Ricky. If you guys are watching his live stream, go ahead and continue watching it, and you can watch the replay on this later. But this is for content creators um, on YouTube, something that I think that you seriously need to listen to. And when I'm done with this live stream, I will link the video in the description. Come back to it and check it out and listen to, like, watch that video from the beginning to the end. Don't let an ADHD moment like cut you off and kill you out of the video in 2 minutes. Watch it from beginning to end, because this is going to help you as a creator. This is going to prevent YouTube hijacking, because this is a serious problem that's been happening. And because I nearly fell victim to this like a couple of weeks ago, or like a month ago. I almost fell victim to this, and it's such a weird way on how these people got such a sophisticated malware to do what it's going to do. So I'm literally explaining it in layman's terms. If you want the more intricate details, actually, I posted the link in my community feed not that long ago. So you can find a link to the video in the community feed. If you just want to skip straight to that video and watch it, go ahead. But if you want to hear what I have to say on it and break it down in layman's terms, I'm going to do it right now. So YouTube accounts have been hijacked on a mass volume over the last year. And, the method that these hijackers use is very, very sophisticated and very intricate. And it's mind blowing on how they're able to do it. So I'll share what happened to me, and I'm glad that I didn't click the zip file that was in that email. But basically, I got an email from YouTube that was talking about copyright, and it was saying that one of my videos was being notified for copyright, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is live. And they were asking, well, in the entire email itself, first of all, it was labeled from YouTube. The email address is an official YouTube email address, so like everything checked out. You would not really know that this email was false at all, or any way, just like a big old BS type thing. And the complaint that was coming about the music, the complaint, that was a legit music label and everything. So I was like, oh, okay. There were only two things that really caught me off guard when it came to that email that I got. One of them was the fact that the video it claimed the copyright was against, because the video was kind of like this: no noise, just me talking and my phone recording the video. And so I had to think about, like, wait a minute, like the video that they're claiming has copyright material has no background music. You can't copyright my voice, so what the hell is it? And so I went to, I was gonna go to the video and check it out. And then the second thing that was weird was that YouTube's not gonna compile a dossier and format it as a zip file and email it to you for you to look at. So I went to the YouTube Studios app, and I didn't see nothing on that video as far as like it not being able to be monetized. And then I went to the website. If you don't know the website, you could do it from your mobile browser on your phone. You don't have to do it from a laptop, but it's studio.youtube.com. And the very dashboard front page, it gives you all types of information regarding any type of copyright. So I was like, there's nothing to that video. So I was like, hey, what's up, man? So I was like, okay, this is odd. This is oddly strange. So I did not download a zip file. And I'm glad I didn't, because the video that I'm referencing to, that I will link in the description after this live stream, that is currently posted on my community feed, where you can watch it yourself. They went over just how all this stuff works. And so basically, they use social engineering. They use a phishing technique using an email that almost seems legit, right? Adobe signed document. It seems legit, right? With an attached zip file. In that zip file is the malware. The moment you download that malware digs into all your information. And the strangest thing is that its method of drilling into all your information self-destructs, so it cannot be reverse engineered. You cannot reverse engineer it to try and figure out how it works, so that way you can update antivirus software to hunt, seek it, and destroy it. Secondly, this thing is so good. I mean, it's got certificates from Rockstar from Grand Theft Auto, which is insane, which is why most antivirus softwares can't even locate it, is because it seems like a legit safe thing on your phone. It is said that maybe 1 out of 6 antivirus softwares may pick up on it. 1 out of 6. But once this thing gets in there, it has all your info. And the way that it executes everything is that not even two-factor authentication can save you. It pretty much goes in as if two-factor authentication has already been done once before, because it is masking itself as you. So your Google account gets hijacked, your Instagram, your Facebook, and everything else gets hijacked. And no matter how many times you gain control over your account and you go in and you change your passwords, they will get back into it and completely change everything. They've done it to many YouTubers. They've hijacked, some that had a mass following, took over their YouTube account, completely converted everything, and then run live streams. Why would they live stream from an account that wasn't theirs? Well, they were doing things like pretending to be Elon Musk and having people that are dabbling in crypto to basically send um, their crypto into the hijackers' crypto wallets, basically stealing money from people and moving on to the next, right? And they make massive um, YouTube profiles claiming to be specific figureheads in the crypto world. This is how they move and operate. At the same time, while they're suckering people to transfer their cryptocurrencies over to them for whatever reason they do that, because I don't dabble in the crypto world. I know B Tech Reviews does and several other people do, but I don't. And but while they're doing those live streams, you as a creator, if you are a YouTube partner, you have AdSense, you're making revenue on that. If you have sponsored deals and stuff like that, you're making money off of that. They are also taking your money too at the same time. They have access to your banking apps and everything to be able to move these transactions over. And they use those things. They use those. Let me know if it's breaking in or out, because I just saw something weird happen, and I don't know if YouTube's being weird with me because I'm talking about this, but um, they use debit apps and stuff like that completely, where you even trace it back to that of where the money went, follow the money and follow the paper trail. You go back to that and then you find out fake name, fake address, not even in that country, and the money was taken out and was taken somewhere else, and now the paper trail went cold. You know, it did just a little. Okay, yeah. Um, Stupid T-Mobile. It's probably connected to the Wi-Fi in the house. That's crazy. I get all those fake review requests. Yeah, but no, but they don't do it for the fake reviews. They're specifically doing it through an email that claims to be YouTube on a copyright. That's like the most ones, right? So like even the fake review ones, I know you're talking about, because I get those too. I don't click anything on those. Those can, you already feel fishy about it. This one kind of like makes people think like, YouTube is looking out for them type thing, right? Um, when you reverse back the email and everything like that, it comes out legit. And even the guy who made the video, he even reached out to the music label that claimed the copyright, and it's a legit music label, and they even told them they're aware that these hijackers are using them as a front to sucker a lot of content creators into, you know, kind of like in a panic state, respond to the copyright, because that's what the copyright does. It makes certain creators that are not staying calm, makes them click on everything because they want to know what's this all about. They want to know if their money is going to be tampered with, right? Because the way the copyright works, copyright doesn't strike your channel unless it's really hit with a big copyright strike. Um, let's see, Busol can use a airtime card. Yeah, I mean, sorry if I'm not really going into the whole tech stuff. This is not about tech though, but this is really about, for content creators to really be careful. Because I believe not that long ago, if you guys follow Latrell, if you guys remember when he was talking about that, hijackers took over like his Facebook, his Instagram, and everything, he fought for, seemed like months to regain control of those things. I don't know. He didn't tell me exactly how it happened or what he assumed may have given these guys access to all his info, to where when he was like changing passwords and stuff like that, they were still getting into his stuff. This malware was probably what was used. It's very sophisticated, very intricate, and it is nearly undetectable. And the hardest part is that it's hard to come to like update antivirus like software with this type of attack because it self-destructs its method of drilling in so that you can't reverse engineer it. That is crazy as hell. And yeah, a lot of creators really need to be careful because this is how they get it. I mean, they hijack a bunch of YouTube channels daily, daily, and like they said, once this information gets in, once the malware gets in, it's nearly impossible to get it out. The second thing about it is too is that the malware itself is intelligent to know if where its projected path to drill in to start grabbing a bunch of information, if you try to send it to a virtual machine, it is smart enough to detect that it's a virtual machine and will not execute its programming unless it's an actual computer drive that it's getting itself into. So to have malware that sophisticated enough to be nearly undetectable, insanely hard to remove, and it's smart enough to determine if you are trying to like reverse engineer this thing by installing it into a virtual machine. It knows the difference between a virtual machine and an actual system that it needs to be in. That is like that's above level 10 in my book. I've seen different codes programs written to do malicious things. I've seen how they work. I've seen ways that antivirus softwares get updated because of the reverse engineering, and those behind the scenes are going at it to help. That way they can update antivirus softwares to look for key things to be able to find and remove the malware itself. I've never really heard of one that was smart enough to detect if it was on a virtual machine or not. And that's pretty scary. So to avoid having to go through the headaches of, having to contact YouTube and try to regain control over your Google account, and then having to contact Meta and regain control of your Facebook and Instagram social medias, and even the same with Twitter, just know this. Here's the big thing. This is the big thing that's going to protect you as a content creator. You get YouTube emails notifying you of copyright, right? But the one thing they will never do, YouTube will never compile any information into a zip file for you to have. All that information will be in the YouTube Studios website or the Studios app. um any reach out to YouTube, you can reach out to YouTube, and they will contact you back. But don't do it through the email. Do it through the website itself, studio.youtube.com. Do it through the website. Communicate with them regarding anything. But if you get an email that tells you that you got a copyright warning, there's a copyright against you from said company, double check. Always double check on the studio's website or the studio's app. It will tell you if that video has a copyright on it. Most copyrights, nothing really happens to you. It's not a strike. It's just you have copyrighted material. Your video can't, the ads placed in your video cannot be given to you because you cannot make money on copyrighted material that's not yours. And that's it. You don't get a strike or nothing like that. So always check studios to confirm if a specific video that the email is saying has copyright warning, that it is legit. And if you want to appeal it, you appeal it through the Studios app. It allows you to do that because there was times where I got hit with a copyright strike because I had a video up of Pokemon Go, and because the algorithm looks at my video of Pokemon Go and somebody else's video of Pokemon Go, because it's the same game, it will alert that person, oh, someone has video of Pokemon Go on YouTube, and that person is, you know, um, they don't know too much, so they think, oh, someone took my video, so they hit a copyright claim on me, and then I gotta dispute it to prove, like, hey, while it is the same video game, this is my video. Screen grab and everything is from me, not from said person. And then, of course, I win my dispute. Everything could be done through the Studios app. Nothing needs to be done or communicated through email unless you reach out to them through the Studios app and they respond back to you that way. But never, never download the zip file. The other type of email that they do is I think Magic Tech talked about it, and that was just having the hyperlinks. Don't click the hyperlinks. Don't. Always, always cover your butt by investigating yourself before you respond. Don't be afraid. Don't panic and be like, oh my God, I'm going to get a copyright strike. Don't do that. You don't need to panic when it comes to those types of things. There are liaisons that you can actually reach out to escalate and dispute if you feel like that the warning against you is wrong. And that allows you to just specifically, um, it allows you to stay level headed so you can do your own investigation by looking at the actual copyright notifications in the studios of YouTube and be able to see if that's legit from YouTube or not. Um, if it's if it's one of those things like hey, we love your channel, we want to work with you type of thing. I've dealt with sponsorships before, and a lot of people have too. And the way that the sponsorships, and the emails and stuff like that come to creators is much different. Um, they there's not a lot of like hyperlinks and stuff like that. At least the sponsors I've dealt with, they have kept their conversations with me very short. So if it's always stuff like, hey, this is so and so from this company, right? Like they don't address me like, hey, aloha, right? Like they know that aloha is not my first name. Um, but because they don't know what my first name is, they keep it cordial and they keep it simple. So they'll, I've gotten emails that just said, hey, I'm so and so with this company. We have an amazing product. It is called this, and this, and we would love to discuss with you on opportunities. And they usually ask me for a contact, for a contact number, or they give me a contact number to call them. Um, with the sponsorships, it's never anything that they're going to ask me to pay for something. So they're not going to say like, hey, order this off Amazon and we'll kick back the money. Some of them were doing that, and most people found it sketchy, so they stopped doing that. But yeah, the sponsors and stuff like that, they're not really going to like be like, hey, um, like buy this and we'll send the money back to you type of thing. They stopped doing that. So the ones that are really out to be malicious continue to do that type of method. But they keep it very simple, very sweet, and they wait for you to do your response back. If you don't respond back to them, they know you're not interested. They're not gonna like email you a second time, which some of the other ones do, and I just avoid those completely. Uh, yeah. Anyways, guys, I gotta dip out, gotta go places, so I will talk to y'all later. Watch that video, and yeah, um, it'll be in the description.